Good morning, everyone. Okay, we'll continue our book reading today. The Toyota Way to Service Excellence by Jeffrey K. Laika and Karen Ross. Yesterday, we looked at standard sales processes in the retail chain. We looked at how sales reps were arranged before and how they were arranged after there was a lean process and there was a lean transformation. So today on page 205, we're looking at keeping standard work alive through audit. Keeping standard work alive through audit. To put it simple, if management takes standard work seriously, then those who do the work are likely to take it seriously, particularly if the manager is truly a leader. Taking it seriously means auditing the standard work, which can take on either a coercive or enabling flavor with dramatically different consequences. Audits are often associated with coercive bureaucracy, as we saw in the case of NL services. The efficiency expert comes in with a stopwatch and a notebook, or perhaps a notebook computer, and observe people performing a process, all the while looking for inefficiency or rule violations. The auditors then write a report documenting the violations, which gets a lot of people in trouble. This can and does still happen, and the fear of audit is often justified. In a culture that supports a coercive bureaucracy, it is quite typical for any audit to become a tool for evaluation and rewards and punishment. This applies both to lean audits to see if the proper lean and Six Sigma tools are being used and to standard work audit. Unfortunately, this type of coercive culture is not likely to change quickly or easily. However, as Paul Alder observed at NUMMI, standard and audits of standards can be part of a totally different cultural context in which team members feel supported by management. Excuse me. NUMMI was the original documented enabling bureaucracy. What did a standard work audit look like? I happened to be visiting NUMMI the year it had introduced a more visible system for auditing. Standard work on what Toyota calls a Kamishibiya board. This means a storyboard. For young children in Japan, it is common to have a book composed of a series of note cards. The parents can read each card one by one, putting the cards they read at the back of the pile so they can start on the next card the next time. Figure 6.10 shows a board that NUMMI designed to train a group leader who has a certain number of processes to oversee. For each of the 15 assembly line processes on the board, on each shift, the group leader audits a team member performing the work. The group leader answers a series of yes or no questions that are written on a card, such as, did the team member follow the specific sequences? Did the team member do the job in the prescribed time? Completed audit cards are put into the slot to the right, and if an answer to any of the questions is a no, the group leader will put the card in a slot with the back side, which is gray, facing outward, and write down the problems on the problem tracking sheet. When the problems are addressed, the group leader writes down the coercive actions on the card and turns it to the front, white side out. Each shift, the manager of the group leader comes down and selects an audited card to audit a second time to give feedback to the group leader. We might assume the reason for this audit board was because the plant discovered that the workers were not following the standard work properly. But that was not the case. The problem was that the group leaders were not well trained in the fundamental skills needed to do their job. There was an exceptional amount of turnover, leading to inexperienced group leaders, and the annual plan included a commitment to train group leaders in the fundamentals of TPS. This was part of their training. It also had the benefit of tightening up the use of standard work. Additionally, this forced their manager to go to the Gemba and better understand the work while they learned to coach the group leaders. Thus, in an enabling bureaucracy, standard work is a collaborative tool that supports quality and consistency of work, continuous improvement, and effective coaching. Okay, this is your stuff for our reading this morning. Said keeping standard work alive through auditing. So to keep standard work alive, you have to be able to audit work processes every time. There has to be an auditor, someone who is monitoring and coaching staffs to know if they are actually doing the right thing. Like I said in the beginning, to put it simply, if management takes standard work seriously, then those who do the work are likely to take it seriously, particularly if the manager is truly a leader. So auditing is very important to keep standard work alive. Auditing is very important to make sure that all work processes in an organization or company is being done right. So this is where we'll stop for our reading this morning. Thank you.